All right, seventh grade, we're ready to jump into lesson 4 today. So as I told you guys previously, this particular module has been changed from last year. So some of these slides are not going to reflect the updated version, okay? So you're going to have to listen to my directions because some of our things are not going to look the same. We're still going to focus on text structures today. We're just going to be reading a new section of the text. So you've got about 10 pages to read today. Before we do that, you guys are going to do your entrance ticket. Your entrance ticket is still going to be labeled Unit 1, Lesson 4, but it is different questions than you see on the screen here. So I need you to go ahead and pause the video and work on that entrance ticket now. It's 2 multiple choice questions, and when you finish, I would like for you guys to have some discussion as a class. All right, guys, so you should have already finished your entrance ticket and had a little bit of discussion as a class this morning. So the first question asks you, what's the definition of the word proclamation? You guys should have said announcement to the public. And number 2 asks you, what is the definition of the word speculating? And you guys should have said making a guess. Okay, guys, so today we've got 4 learning targets. I can determine the meanings of unfamiliar words and phrases. You guys just did that. I can find the gist of pages 21 through 31. I can identify the structures Peters uses, to organize pages 21 through 31, and I can explain how sections of Patient Zero contribute to the whole chapter. I've got 2 words that I want you guys to add to your vocab longs, and that's gullible and vigilance. So please go ahead and do that now. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and move forward, and we're going to start our reading for today. So you guys are going to be reading pages 21 through 31 in Patient Zero. Go ahead, pause the video, and do that now in whatever manner your teacher wants you to do that. So whether that's independently or with an elbow partner. All right, guys, so now that you've done that, I want you to add the gist to your gist log. So remember, 20 words or less. What happened? What is this section mostly about? Okay, guys, so the big thing that I think Peters wants us to get from pages 21 through 31 is that people tried all sorts of things to battle the plague. Only later did they discover what really caused it and cured it. Okay, so that's the big idea from the section that you read. So it's time for us to analyze structure now. Again, pages 21 through 31, not what you see here. You guys are just going to have to bear with me because, like I said, some things have changed. So your note catcher looks different from this, okay? But you should have a note catcher, and it is called Patient Zero Lesson 4 Note Catcher, okay? On that note catcher, you're going to see 3 columns, title and section and pages, gist of that section, and then what text structure is that section written in, okay? So I'm going to go ahead right now and tell you the 4 sections that need to go in that left-hand column. The first one is called New Knowledge, but No Cure, and that's on pages 22 and 25. The second section is called Unequal Treatment, and that's on page 24. The third section is called A Perfect Pair, Cities and Disease, page 29. And the fourth section is called Finding Answers in Hong Kong, pages 26 and 28. I want you guys to go through now and write the gist, one sentence for each of those, the gist of each of those sections. And then on the right-hand side, I want you to write what type of text structure is it, okay? Go ahead, pause the video, and work to complete this now. All right, guys, so now that you've had time to do that, I want you as a class to talk about this question. How does using these different structures further the author's purpose in the text? Go ahead and pause the video, and I want you guys to have some discussion about that now. All right, guys, so in each of these sections, let's go through them really quickly. So new knowledge, but no cure. Big idea there was people tried all sorts of things to battle plagues. That's descriptive. It's just listing, okay? You should have said descriptive as your text structure. Unequal treatment, page 24. The gist, wealthy and middle-class people got different treatments from poorer people. Again, descriptive. It was just listing, okay? The third section, A Perfect Pair, Cities and Disease. Big idea here. Disease spreads easily when humans live in crowded conditions. This was informational explanatory. It talked about how attracted by garbage in these crowded areas, rats and their fleas spread the disease. Fourth section, finding answers in Hong Kong, the gist, Yersin isolated the bacteria that causes the plague. And this is a narration. It's like a story. Okay. All right, guys. So, you guys should have had a little bit of talk about, why use different text structures. So here's kind of an idea. Breaking it up into sections, breaking a book like this up into sections deepens our understanding of the narrative by providing definitions and explanations about certain aspects in the narrative. So yes, we're being told a story, but we're getting so many different formats that it helps us understand it a little bit better, right? It's just helping us piece everything together. So you guys did this part, and now for your closing and assessment, you're going to do these selected response questions, okay? I'm going to sign off, all right? I'm going to sign off. This, we're not going to do that. I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to ask that you do the closing and assessment, and you check your answers with an elbow partner, and then you guys have some discussion as a class, okay? So do it on your own first, then work with a partner, then come back together as a class and have some discussion about these questions, okay? And I'm going to see you guys in the next lesson very soon.